Hi everyone, this is the Beer Watcher. It is January 31st, 2018. I haven't posted any videos in a while, but I am in the process of getting over a cold. So, I hope that you take a very deep breath, because something absolutely crazy happened on the 14th, over in Europe. And I'm going to prove it to you, beyond a shadow of a doubt. I will leave links for the descriptions, and you can investigate this yourself. It is mind-blowing. So take a deep breath, and behold, one of the purposes of the simulator. Now, one of the purposes of this, to maybe my surprise, that this light that you see here, coming from outer space, just let me get right into it. Okay, so, and this is a webcam, over in Europe, VD. I believe it's Switzerland. Now I want you to pay close attention to these dates. Okay, this is not Photoshop, and I will leave links for all this proof. But watch this. And I'm going to start this off with, where was the sunrise on the 14th at 10 o'clock? Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks relatively normal, okay? So, you would expect the sunrise to look like this, right? Here comes the sun, right? The sun just comes up at 9 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock. But watch this. Now, I'm going to show you on 4 different cameras that this is happening. Now, watch this on the next day, 14th. Now, pay close attention to these dates. 10 o'clock in the morning, the 14th. Where's the sun? Seriously? Look at it. Really? And this is the 15th, next day. Okay, so now the sun's up again. At 10 o'clock, that's the sunrise. But why is it different on the 14th and no other day? Okay, this is normal. It should be light out. Okay? You can argue this is the sun still there or not, but look at this thing. Now watch this. This is just getting crazier by the second. Here's 10 o'clock. Ta-da! There's your sun. Just like turns on, right?
Hello friends. Well, I'm pretty sure I heard the collective intake of breath at the rank stupidity just displayed by Jeff Spider-Man P. The sun did not rise over Switzerland, and yet the rest of Europe failed to notice. Not a peep on Twitter, Facebook, or any other social media outlet. You would think these things would have been noticed. Well, luckily one of my colleagues got in touch with the people who run the system, and it was in fact a file server issue. So, network issues basically. The 14th is missing, and the next day was lodged into its place on the calendar. And that's the reason Jeff can't access the 14th anymore, because they've moved that day back into the 15th where it should be. But there's no data for the 14th because of the file server problem. And that is fairly common. We had it with the Aberdare camera in Scotland, and we got in touch with them and asked them about it. And it's file server issues. If there's a problem on the network, it's not a special network, it's just bog standard. So it's affected just like anyone else's internet can be. So anyway, luckily there is an identifiable constellation in the nighttime sky which appeared on the 14th. And using Stellarium, I identified it, matched the angle, and I can tell you that the time was actually nearly 8 o'clock, about 10 to 8 on the 15th. And the constellation is Pegasus, which I've outlined. And as we move over onto the Stellarium image, you will see the date and times all set, and I've circled the 4 stars appropriately. Further to that, I then went and looked for some webcams on or near Switzerland. I found a few, and I've just picked one, which is Austria. Looks in the same direction, northerly. That wasn't obscured by weather. Unfortunately, because the sun rises in the west, we can't actually see the sun, but we can see how it illuminates the side of the mountain and how the shadows change as it progresses through the day. So we know it's the sun. The sun rose on the 14th. Not difficult to work out, Jeff. Oh, and on your latest video, it's a spider again. Please get a grip, you moron.